Frank, isn't the library available yet?
No, you'll see why or hear why later. Meetings are around for us. So.
There's an empty seat here for somebody.
You want to be seated there.
There's a seat here. Yeah.
These chairs are more comfortable than the ones up there.
We're going to be good now. It is noon. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, being led by Chief Bush.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First, I'd be remiss if I didn't wish everybody here and that's watching this on Zoom or YouTube at a later date, Happy New Year, Happy 2026. Maybe your best year ever, especially after 2025, I'll tell you. This is our organizational special meeting for our year 2026, and we're going to start with some swearing in processes here, and we bring in, the VIPs for moments like these, and Judge Walsh said, absolutely, I'm going to come in and swear in your new justice, and that is Julie Gazettos. Julie, if you want to join Judge Walsh, we'll get the camera over to you, and let's get a swearing in. So we have a new village judge. Judge Morrissey is in attendance. You'll see him actually in the photo here in the picture, and we thank him for his many, many years of service as our judge. Yeah, if you want to take a look at your perspective there, maybe go angle toward that way so that everybody can see at home.
How's that?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Good
morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Julie A. Gazettis,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Justice of the Village of Ballston Spa Village Court.
of the Justice or of the
Village of
Ballston
Ballston Spa Village Court.
Village Court,
According to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Judge Walsh, thank you very much for that.
My
And now, as her first duty as justice, she's going to switch roles here and swear in our new trustees. We'll start, ladies first. We'll start with Charlene Dubuque.
Congratulations. Okay, repeat after me, please. I state your name.
I, Charlene Dubuque,
Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee of the Village of Ballston Spa.
and that I will faithfully
Discharge
the
duties
of
of
trustee
of
of
the
the Village
Village
of Ballston Spa,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much.
And we don't do it just once. We got a second one here, Paul Dunkelbarger.
Morning, Paul. Congratulations. Okay, repeat after me, please. I state your name.
I, Paul Dunkelbarger,
Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee of the Village of Ballston Spa
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the trustee of the Village of Ballston Spa
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Very good. Thank you.
I'd like to do two things right now. If either of you have anything you'd like to say, I will give you the opportunity to do so, and then we'll take a brief break for anybody that wants to have photos with you and skedaddle, because I know not everybody wants to be around for an hour and a half of a meeting at that point. But Charlene, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'm
Well, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here today, everyone for coming out to vote. I'm looking forward to serving everybody in this new role. And yeah, it's going to be a great year and a great next 4 years.
Thank you very much.
I too would like to thank everybody for coming out today. Happy New Year, and wish you all a great year. Thank you for the support you gave me through the election, and I too look forward to working to do some of the great things that the board has been working on here in the Village of Ballston Spa.
Let's hear it for our 2 new trustees. We'll take a brief pause for about 5 minutes. Let everybody kind of take pictures that wants to take pictures and exit if you want to exit. If you want to stay, please feel free to. We appreciate you, but we are in recess for 5 minutes. Welcome back. I don't know, I must have said something bad because half the folks, more than half the folks left, but they were here to congratulate our wonderful new folks that are working for and with the village at this point. So thank you for taking this on. It's going to be an interesting ride. We got a lot to get done over the next couple of years together, and we'll be going through a litany of that list, even some of it today, starting with some of the things they need to get done business-wise. So let's get moving. I have way too much to read here, so here we go. First, I'm going to announce our executive liaisons. The following appointments of liaisons for the purpose of assisting the executive are made by the mayor and will serve at the pleasure of the mayor. Deputy mayor, she's been doing a great job for over 3.5 years now. It's Trustee Burnett Fundanza Perez. Liaison to Department of Public Works will be Trustee Dunkelbarger. Liaison to the Fire Department, Trustee Fundanza Perez. Liaison to the Police Department, yours truly. Liaison to the Park and Tree Board, Trustee Dubuque. Liaison to the Arts and the Committee on the Arts, Trustee Dubuque. Liaison to the Library, Trustee Price Bush, and when I told them that this morning, they were absolutely thrilled, Mary, so congratulations on keeping that up.
Thank you.
Liaison for Insurance and Human Resources, Trustee Fundanza Perez. The liaison to Youth Social Services Agencies will be a combined effort between Trustee Price Bush and Trustee Dubuque. Liaison for Not-for-Profits will be Trustee Dunkelbarger. Liaison to Senior Social Services Agencies and Senior Welfare will be Trustees Price Bush and Dubuque again. Liaison to BSBPA will be Trustee Fundanza Perez. Liaison to Planning and Zoning Boards, which we're adding as kind of a buffer because of all the changes that will be afoot with the new zoning code, etc., will be Trustee Dunkelbarger. Liaison to the Historic District Commission will be Trustee Dubuque. And liaison to Emergency Management Services and Organization will be Trustee Price Bush. This is also new, but as we've begun the OEM process a little bit and need to really push that forward this year, we're going to have her be basically running point on that at this point in time. Please mute out any of the extraneous stuff on my computer here. There we go. So those are the executive liaisons. Next up, we have a consent agenda regarding clerk appointments. I'll read this. I'm looking for a motion that Rebecca Little be appointed village clerk for the remainder of the term after retirement by former clerk Terry O'Connor, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2027. Rebecca Little be reappointed deputy village treasurer for a period of 1 year, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Rebecca Little be appointed Registrar of Vital Statistics for a period of 1 year, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. A deputy registrar will be appointed at a later date. The village clerk will be designated the records management officer with the necessary powers to carry out the efficient administration of the preservation of all official village records received by the clerk's office, departments of the village of Ballston Spa, including all personnel and human services records for a period of 1 year, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. May I get that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Fundanza.
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Real quick point, I don't know if everybody knows there's a public comment after these.
All opposed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Motion carries. And as, go ahead and say it.
Just so I missed it too, there is public comment before the motions that aren't consent agenda ones, so you'll have an opportunity to speak on those. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Consent agenda regarding staff appointments. I'll need a motion that Brandy Burns be reappointed Associate Village Justice for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Following individuals be appointed or reappointed part-time police officers for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. John Siaki, Stanley DeLong, Michael DiMartino, Kobe Fabian, Charles Fisher, John Gaba, Daryl Habernick, Hector Monge, Eric Muller, Kurt Nolan, Scott Ostrander, Stephen Porcello, Jason Quinones, James Redden, Ariel Santiago, Michael Welch. The following individuals be reappointed crossing guards for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Carmen Isabella, Doug Fuller. William Lewis be reappointed Assistant Building Inspector for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Note that the building inspector will be appointed at a later date with David LaFountain as holdover until that time. Bob Kavanaugh be reappointed Fire Code Enforcement Officer for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Bob Kavanaugh be reappointed Inventory Control Officer for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Kathy Barnard be reappointed as Building Department Clerk for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Frank S. Rossi II be reappointed Budget Officer for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
I'll second.
Trustee Dubuque. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda regarding boards, committees, commissions. Can I get a motion that Roy O'Connor be reappointed Chair of the Planning Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. This does not affect his membership that was approved in 2022, as his term as a member expires in 2027, extended to no earlier than December 31st, 2027, due to official year changes. Matthew Erkeline be appointed as a member of the Planning Board for a period of 5 years with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2030. My God. Robert Bush Jr. be reappointed as an alternate to the Planning Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. John Luciani be reappointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a period of 5 years with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2030. I'm out of order in my staples. Here we go. And Estanco be reappointed Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Note this does not affect her membership that was approved in 2025, as her term as a member expires no earlier than December 31st, 2029. Paul Lasky be reappointed as an alternate to the Zoning Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Donna Martin be reappointed as an alternate to the Zoning Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Karen Avenarius be reappointed as an alternate to the Zoning Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. The following individuals be reappointed or appointed to the Committee on Sexual Harassment and Discrimination Prevention for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Anna Stanko, Bernat Fondanza Perez, Rebecca Little. Anna Stanko be reappointed as the Chair of the Committee on Sexual Harassment and Discrimination Prevention for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Christopher Williams be reappointed to the Park and Tree Board for a period of 3 years with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2028. Christopher Dubuque be reappointed to the Park and Tree Board for a period of 3 years with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2028. Sorry for not capitalizing the B on that one. Caitlin Parwana be reappointed as Chair of the Park and Tree Board for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. The following individuals be reappointed to the Committee on Police Procedures for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Kelly Gravery, Ray Otten, Lori Riggs, Homer Nathan, Robert Bush Jr. Ray Otten be reappointed as the Chair of the Committee on Police Procedures for a year, 1 year, or for the period of 1 year, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. Patty Tesh be reappointed as a member of the Library Board for a period of 5 years, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2030. Ashley Bush be reappointed as a member of the Committee of the Arts for a period of 3 years, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2028. Ashley Bush be reappointed as Chair of the Committee of the Arts for a period of 1 year with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. And due to likely needed changes to the Ethics Board and Historic District Commission codes in the first half of 2026, appointment of new members and reappointment of current members will occur after terms are specifically determined in such revised code. Existing members will be considered holdovers at this time. Anybody want anything removed from that, since that's a litany of stuff? Everybody okay with voting as an entire consent agenda on that?
Yeah.
As such, can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Dunkelbarger.
I'll second.
Trustee Pandanza. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and thanks to all of them for their work to make our village better. Consent agenda regarding training. Can I get a motion that whereas there is to be during the coming official year, the New York Annual Conference of Mayors Annual Meeting and Training School, B, New York State Conference of Mayors Fall Training School for Finance Officers and Municipal Clerks, and C, schools for Department of Public Works Working Supervisors, and whereas it is determined by the Board of Trustees that attendance by certain municipal officers and employees at one or more of their meetings, conferences, or schools benefits the municipality, now therefore be it resolved, Section 1, the Village Board of Trustees, the Village Clerk, the Village Treasurer, the Deputy Village Treasurer, the Accounting Assistant, Public Works Working Supervisor, and other employees as appropriate are hereby authorized to attend the above listed conferences and schools and others as determined by the Mayor. Section 2, that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Pandanza.
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion. All in favor?
Okay.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion regarding mileage reimbursement? A motion that whereas the Board of Trustees has determined to pay a fixed rate for mileage as reimbursement to officers and employees of the village who shall use their personal vehicles while performing their official duties on behalf of the village. Now therefore be it resolved in Section 1 that the Board of Trustees shall approve a reimbursement to such officers and employees at the current IRS reimbursement rate. Section 2, that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Dubuque?
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda regarding miscellaneous items. Can I get a motion that the following banks and depository organizations be designated as the official depositories of village funds subject to change by resolution of the Board of Trustees at any time? The Adirondack Trust Company, Generations Bank, NY Class, and Metropolitan Commercial Bank. The Daily Gazette be designated as the official village newspaper. The village clerk be authorized to send a single letter to the news media providing the schedule of regular meetings. Further, the village clerk shall post a public notice of such schedule. Field Horn be appointed as historian of the village of Ballston Spa for a period of 1 year, with the end date not to be before December 31st, 2026. And the village purchasing policy has been reviewed and readopted by the village board.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Pandanza.
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Time for public comment on any of the other motions in section 12 below. This gives me a time to shut up finally. And Liz has a comment if you want to go to the normal spot.
Liz Cormos, 89 Hyde. I have two comments on A and on F. On the rules of procedure comment, at the organizational meeting was announced at the December 15th village meeting, as I remember. The New York State Open Meetings Law, Public Officers Law, Article 7 states, Section 104, public notice of the time and place of a meeting scheduled at least 1 week prior thereto shall be given or electronically transmitted to news media and shall be conspicuously posted in one or more designated public locations at least 72 hours before such meeting. The official newspaper of the Village of Ballston Spa is the Gazette. The only notice I could find was in yesterday's Gazette, which is not 72 hours prior. Can you provide the affidavit of publication or tear sheet for this meeting, January 1, 2026, organizational meeting notice? On F, the intermunicipal agreement between Milton and the village. I read the draft agreement. One question, has this already been approved by the town of Milton or not? And what area does District 3 cover? Does it cover, all, did they redo their districts into one district, or does it just cover that small area where the proposed project is going? Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody on Zoom also, if you would like to speak, raise your hand. See hands. Anybody else? Seeing none? Let's roll. Can I get a motion approving the attached rules of procedure amended? They were amended to include reference to subsequent approval of section 45-9 of the village code.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
I'll second.
Trustee Dubuque, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the attached schedule of regular Board of Trustees meetings for calendar year 2026?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving payment of $49,000 to Neoplanta Restoration Incorporated for work performed and approved previously by the board to remove asbestos from the Ballston Spa Public Library?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
I'll second.
Trustee Fontanza, discussion. This is just to reaffirm the idea that the check can be cut for this larger purchase or service performed. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion declaring a 2010 Chevrolet Tahoe utilized by the Ballston Spa Fire Department as surplus?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Fontanza,
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion, and Mary had actually contact me that they're going to try to see what other vehicles might be sold at a certain point or would be put to market. So if we have any OEM needs in the future, Officer Ackley's going to sort of communicate, see what they have, and if there's anything that could be useful down the line for that purpose. So we'll get that communication moving. But in this case, this one was already put out to market, so that's why we're going to move forward with it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the sale of the 2010 Chevrolet Tahoe utilized by the Ballston Spa Fire Department to a private individual buyer for $5,000 and authorizing the payment to garage fire apparatus sales of $500 as a broker's fee and authorizing the mayor to execute the relevant paperwork related to such sale and payment?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Fontanza.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the intermunicipal agreement between the town of Milton and the village of Ballston Spa related to Milton Water District Number 3 and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Fontanza.
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush. Discussion. This is only an existing district that's basically being expanded and being amended in terms of its functionality with the pump house. The total is probably about $400,000 that will have to be debt incurred. We'll likely take on the debt and be paid by the town through a function of recovery of that debt, and also the town will assist with any normal water payments to the village in their normal course. It expands out to the highway garage now, where Town of Milton Highway Garage is, as they're becoming customers as well, and it's spelled out in there, who is and isn't responsible. The new 500 units that will come online for Milltown Center will be basically the brunt of who's going to be paying for this, and it'll likely be over 20 years, the debt repayment and debt service on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously for the record needed. Can I get a motion accepting the resignation of full-time police officer Edward Brain, effective 1/15/2026, for the purpose of retirement?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee DeVue?
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion. Ed's just been a faithful servant for us for many years. We're going to miss him, but he's of that mentality. It's time, and I get it fully, and we wish him nothing but the best down the line, and thank him for the service. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Can I get a motion approving the payout of 80 hours of comp time to full-time police officer Edward Brain for his paycheck dated on or about 1/3/2026?
Make the motion.
Trustee Dunkelbarger?
I'll second.
Trustee DeVue, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion? Not sure. Okay. Are we good on it?
It's on the,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Our smiling faces are now.
I meant to tell you that like 5 minutes ago. You were.
I was on a roll. wasn't
Yeah,
I?
I know. I'm
Yep.
My loud voice carries anyway, and it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see. Now, can I get a motion approving the payout of 80 hours of comp time to full-time police officer Edward Brain for his paycheck dated on or about 1/10/2026?
Make that motion.
Trustee Dunkelbarger?
I'll second.
Trustee Price Bush, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the payout of 2.5 hours of comp time to former village clerk Terry O'Connor on or about 1/3/2026? Note this was time computed as the final remaining comp time she had not used.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee DeVue.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and we'll make sure that she gets her pay stubs in the mail, Rebecca, accordingly. Can I get a motion approving the payment of $8,536.89 to the New York State Volunteer Firefighter Cancer Benefit Program to avoid potential 2/1/2026 cancellation?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Pendenza.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the attached part-time police chief employment contract between the Village of Ballston Spa and Police Chief David Bush, and authorizing the mayor to execute the contract? 2 notes: we need to change the duration time to make sure it covers calendar year 2026 on it correctly, and to also change the location of 78 Thompson Street.
I'll make the motion with
Sure.
those changes.
As amended, Trustee Pendenza.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger, discussion. Thank you to him. He's over there right now for his continued service and love for our community. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I
Motion.
recuse myself.
She recused herself. Does Trustee Price Bush? Opposed? Motion carries 401 as the count on that. Motion, can I get one, approving a new salary rate for village clerk / deputy treasurer Rebecca Little of $67,500 per year, apportioned as $52,500 per year for clerk and $15,000 per year for deputy treasurer, effective January 1st, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Pendenza.
Second.
I'll give it to Trustee Dunkelbarger as a new kid on the block here. Discussion? She's taking on quite the amount of duties here to do both, and we're working to get a part-time to be a deputy clerk, deputy treasurer, to sort of fill in the blanks here down the line, and we'll have more discussion about that in the future. We're working on a job description right now and get it out and see what we can come up with respect to that. So I'll be in more communication with you soon once we have that, but thank you to her for taking on all these duties. If she's approved, which I will ask for now, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion approving the purchase of 300 tons of Morton's road salt, totaling $19,671?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
Second.
Trustee Dunkelbarger. Discussion. Paul, as the new liaison to DPW, you'll be getting a lot of these calls because after the last 2 days of unforecasted snow
Yes.
hitting,
Yeah.
my God, what is going on around here? And the salt's just going to be coming left and right and center, I
Do all
think.
300 tons come in one little blue? They have to buy them by the blue shaker.
It's a pretty big one, but I don't know how they opened that big container at the top. I think. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. For those that don't know, Trustee Dunkelbarger has a very sly sense of humor. Dad jokes will be going across the table, I'm sure, throughout the next 2 years.
So, like, laugh even if they're not that funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make us feel better about
Make us feel
ourselves.
better.
I have one that does it, so.
Okay. We won't name names, Chris. Can I get a motion approving the installation of attic insulation at the Ballston Spa Public Library by Wayne Schaff Associates Incorporated for the cost of $12,029.70, improving the execution of any relevant related paperwork by the mayor?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
I'll second.
Trustee Dubuque, discussion. They're hoping to get in there on Monday. We're hoping that this cold weather can be sort of counteracted by space heaters and running of faucets and toilets and whatnot to make sure we don't have any kind of debacles in there in the meantime. But we appreciate Wayne's staff for getting on this so quickly. And they were the lowest bid of the 3 that we did check. We do 3 bids for this type of price range. And I believe there were 12,000, 14,000, and 26,000, give or take, was the third one. So 12,000 was a song comparatively. And also thanks to Rich Horsch and Paul Mays at our engineers who have been running a point to get this to happen as quickly as they did. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any last thoughts before I adjourn this thing? That went a lot faster than I thought it would. 34 minutes in. Can I get a motion that the meeting be adjourned at 12:34 p.m.?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Price Bush.
I'll second.
Trustee Dubuque, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Everybody have a happy new year and thanks for coming out.
I have the flu and I can't get rid of it.
I think you can let Alan go make socks.
I believe it.